Kim has come by, and me and her talking about some plans that she's making, and I'm excited. And every time I smile at her, she thinks
because you are making fun. I feel funness.
Funness.
You know.
Funness.
Dad, making
I sent her to school. We gave her books. What did she do? She ate the book covers.
Okay. Let me put it. All right. Let me put it another way. You're ridiculing me.
I'm not ridiculing. I'm going to help you with everything you want to do, kid.
All right. Now I'm going to draw this out, Dad.
Okay. I'm just going to talk about it for a minute.
Okay.
She wants to start a little farmer's market, and I think it's so sweet and so cute.
Dad, stop it.
I do, baby.
I'm going to start over.
A few years ago, Kim and I had some goats, milk goats.
I don't know why you still don't have the milk goats.
I don't either, baby.
Go ahead.
We may have to get a couple milk goats.
To add to my farmer's market.
Kim could milk a milk goat so good. A goat gets up on a stand because they're short and you have to sit on a stool. And goats only have two teats. Boy, Kim have a hand on each teat just going away.
Dad.
But that was back before we did videos. That would have been so neat. But anyway, she was good. But now she's going to think about, eventually getting her a cow and making cheese and butter. And that's going to be awesome. And have a little farmer's market selling eggs.
And chicks.
And she says,
I'm going to hatch one.
Maybe we could just do it like every 3 weeks. And I said, baby, you can't save milk for 3 weeks. But then she said, well, no, I'm going to make cheese and butter and stuff. I said, okay, that'll work. She got a good plan, seriously. And I'm excited. I want to see it. I'm going to be a part of it. I'm going to come down and wear some coveralls, straw hat, maybe barefooted, like Farmer John or something like that. I don't know if that's the right name or not. Like I've seen some folks dressed before. I think it'd be neat. It'd be kind of like a calling card, get them to coming in. And then they'll see Kim. I love her. I'll talk to y'all a little bit when she gets more finished here. Or she goes,
okay. The barn, whatever y'all want to call it, what we call it.
The old garage.
Yeah, Nanny and Papa's old garage. Right. We're gonna come walking in this way.
And walking.
Daddy.
Baby, I'm listening to you. Walking in. We're walking. I'm stumbling.
Right in the door is here. Then here's the counter.
Okay, the counter.
Right here is the fridge with my milk, butter, and eggs in it.
Awesome.
All right, then there's a window here. So when people, and there's windows all over.
Yeah.
But when people, this is why I want all these windows, because I want them to see where their stuff is coming from. Like, not to go look out the window, but when they're walking past, they see this big garden out here that's Steph's garden. Here's her vegetables and fruits sitting here on this stand.
Yeah.
And then here will be bee stuff and honey. There'll be a big, tall, wide. Dad, you're making me angry.
I'm not, babe. I'm listening to you.
It's going to be a big, tall, wide bookcase. And everything like your bee stuff that Steph makes, like her chapsticks and stuff like that out of the wax. Your honey, her honey.
Hey, baby girl.
She's stuck between the chairs.
I know. I was going to let her figure it out.
She'll figure it out a bit.
I'm going to sell chicks here.
Little chicks. Okay.
In here. And then this is the grab you table.
The what?
This is the thing that's going to say, there's going to be a little bit of everything on this table that people can see. And then, we can go get that over here. We want more over here. We're going to have breads that we bake. Things like that we do.
Biscuits.
Special.
Biscuits.
Daddy, you're making fun. So here, if they're coming, as they're walking around, they can see here all the chickens out here that's where the eggs will come from. That's where and here will be Abby and Molly's parlor. This is where the 2 cows are at.
Okay.
When I milk
Abby
them.
and who? Abby and who?
Abby and Molly. That's what I want.
That's going to be their names. Okay. Abby and Molly.
Yes, that's their parlor. That's where I'll milk them.
They ain't born yet, but that's going to be their names. We hope they're girls.
Dad.
It's going to be hard milking a boy.
Dad.
Kim.
Anyway, as they're walking,
Baby, you got to do something with the hair. I can't video you like this. It's hanging down. There you go.
as they're walking, even they can see the garden out here, and they'll know that's where this stuff that they're fixing to possibly buy came from right here.
Awesome.
Everything that they're buying in here, they can see. Even her beehives are back over here. Even yours are back off over here, but you have to have stuff in here too. Bee stuff.
Okay.
You can sell guineas with my chicks.
Oh, little guineas. Yeah.
You hatch guineas.
Yeah, I
I'll
can
hatch-
hatch off some guineas.
I'll
Yeah.
hatch chickens.
That'd be
And I was
wild.
telling Mom a few days ago. This has been in a thought process because me and Mom were talking about it a few days ago. 3 weeks. I could have eggs going in the incubator within a couple of days of this, and like the next time around when it's 3 weeks later, they're hatching. They're getting literally
Day-old chicks. ready to
day-old
go.
chicks
Yeah.
on that third Saturday.
Yeah.
That's my plan.
I've got a couple incubators. I could probably lease you.
I've got an
Rent them to
incubator.
you.
Well, I just know chicks are expensive right now.
They are eggs are
But
expensive.
ours would be, you wouldn't be able to, I wouldn't be, you, guineas are guineas.
What does that mean?
I mean,
They're just not just guineas.
you have some white guineas and you have lavender guineas.
Mom don't like the white ones because they leave the feathers.
But do
looks
you
like-
have some?
Yeah, I got a couple.
Right. So when you hatch guineas, you're going to get a guinea.
Yeah.
But when I hatch my chickens, you're going to have some that are Rhode Island red babies. But they're all going to be crossed with just my big red rooster. So they're not going to be able to come to me and say, I want some Rhode Island reds, because all of
Right.
mine are going to be like a mixed chicken.
Well,
But if they just want chickens for their yard,
if they just want chickens to lay or to eat,
right.
a lot of
If
people
they're
do
wanting
it,
some
you
kind
know.
of specialty chicken, then they're
Yeah.
going to have to order from Ideal. But that's my plan for like in 2 years.
What do you think, Roman? You got an idea on it, Roman? Maybe she can sell rats.
Okay, you're irritating me.
I'm just picking on you, baby. You know I'm just picking.
This may never come to whatever the word is, but it might.
I think it can if you want to.
Right.
Coda.
We'll all help you.
The biggest,
No,
besides
no.
taking care of these things that are going to
Give me that.
provide things, the biggest thing is us getting that big garage.
Well, the biggest thing on this is jacking it up because it's settled over the years. You know, it's a sturdy building.
Right, and it doesn't leak.
It's
To
been
this
there,
day, it
been there
doesn't
since
leak.
the 40s or so. It's got to be jacked up taller, or all your customers got to be short people.
No, what I think is, I don't know about being jacked up, but what I think we need to do, well, we have to figure a way to get them in without ducking. But once they're in there, I think we can go in and raise all the rafters.
Not
So-
the rafters, the braces up there. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's all that is. The rafters are up there already.
Right, yeah.
It's these braces, and they braced it every other one anyway. So if we go in first and put new ones on the rafters that they didn't use, that
Yeah.
are free of nothing,
Yeah.
raise it high. Get all those supported. Then come back and slowly start taking them short ones down, or add long ones above them, and then take the short ones down. It'll all be,
Coda. No,
you know what I
ma'am.
mean?
Got you.
I think that'll be the easiest way to make it higher. And as far as going in, because that is low, I don't know what we do to get in.
Yeah.
Can you cut a section and try to?
Yeah. If you get it like up in the gable part and cut up, make a taller door.
Yeah, and we only need one door.
Yeah.
That's my plan, and then put a slab in the bottom of it. That's what I want to
All
do.
right, babe. Sounds like a good plan, and I'm here to help you.
That's what I want to do. But that's still several years because I got to raise a calf to a year old, then breed it, and then wait 9 months for it to have a baby. We're looking at an almost 2-year plan.
No, it's probably.
Dad,
No, it's
You're
probably
starting to
gonna be
smile.
closer. Well, yeah, I'm smiling because you can't breed her at a year old.
12 months? 13 months?
No, about closer to 2 years old, 18 months or so before you
Oh.
can breed her. Then you're going to have to look at 9 months before she had it. So you're looking at almost 3 years from today.
Oh, I thought dairy cows could be bred at 13 months. I thought I read that somewhere. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't.
I mean, I don't know about dairy cows. Maybe. I don't
Well,
remember- I don't remember
anyway,
ever
no
breeding
matter
one
what,
that young.
the plan is that, you know, we could start anything once the building is done. We could start selling honey and vegetables. But I'm not going to have milk to add or butter or cheese or any of those other things until the cows give it
Until
milk.
we can get a couple of milk goats for you.
Or we could do goats first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Goats don't take very long.
No.
We'll have to just get a couple of milk goats
We'll
again.
start shopping.
We just get 1 or 2 does or whatever you call a girl goat.
Yeah.
Can't they breed to your?
Oh yeah, but
They can still
yeah.
breed to him.
Oh yeah.
We're only needing their milk. We don't care what the baby comes out to be.
No, that's true. Yeah, we try to start looking for a couple of grown milk goats, mamas.
Yeah. And then we could add that.
Yeah, because you and I have made cheese from
And
goat
we
milk
and we
before.
played with the cheese. We did
Oh,
things.
I made the best cheese ever.
Yeah,
my,
we did.
my pepper jack.
Yeah, the pepper jack cheese, and we did a couple of different things of cheese. And then plain cheese. I think it would sell. They're already buying my eggs, and I went up to $4 for an 18-pack.
It's still cheap.
Yeah. I was in shock when I was at Walmart. I really didn't know. I know everybody talked about it, so I stopped and looked. And they're expensive. And that's for, ours are homegrown eggs. That's $8 for whatever they do to eggs at the egg places.
Yeah.
You know, like the
They were
ones.
selling for a while down
Put it
at
there.
the feed
No,
store
ma'am.
$4 a dozen.
Go get your
And the
toy
guy
in
was
your
selling
room.
like he had tons of chickens, probably
No, ma'am.
50 dozen a week.
Yeah. That's
No,
why everybody's
more.
wanting chickens now.
No.
Everybody in the world is saying, if we could get some chickens, well, I wish we could. Well, at least in
Yeah.
some of my comments, a lot of them aren't allowed to have chickens or.
I was there today and a guy had a pallet of chicken feed loaded.
No,
in.
ma'am.
A pallet. Probably 40 bags
Cut
in a
it.
pallet.
No,
I don't know where
no.
he's taking them. He must have had a lot of
No.
chickens.
Go
Well,
get
I'm
a
gonna
toy in
have to
your
go
room.
to Ralph to get Scratch now. Tractor Supply's been out of Scratch at Cleveland and Porter, both out.
Yeah.
The other day I made Scratch out of birdseed, a wild one that had corn and it had
Yeah,
all.
that's fine.
But
yeah.
that's what I had to do.
For a day or two, get you by.
Yeah.
All right, baby girl, I'm going to cut this off. I think you got a good idea here.
Yep. I haven't run by Steph yet, so she don't know her vegetables will be in here.
We can steal her vegetables. We can go over at night and pick vegetables.
Okay, so while I'm milking,
I could be
you
picking
can
vegetables.
crawl across.
I don't crawl good. But hey, we got enough little grandkids. We can say, you take this row, you take that row, and the other one's another row, and give them a basket and say, fill it up. And then run for the shed.
I hope this really does come to, what's the word? Come to,
I know the word,
what
but I
word are
can't.
we looking for, Mom?
It starts with an F.
Come to,
Fruition or something like that.
yeah, that word.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know that word.
Fruition,
See, that's where I get my words from, is you.
that might be the real
And
word.
people laugh at me about my
Fruition.
words. And
There is-
because I've learned them from you.
There is a word. That's what I'm hoping it. Come here. I hope it does happen.
We got this one again tonight. But she sleeps good. She'll go to bed tonight about 9 o'clock or so. And she'll put her in a little bed and give her a little passy, give her a little blanket, and she'll just snore away until morning.
She stuck her little finger out and turned
Oh,
off that
oh,
sound
loves you.
machine.
What did
That's
that
what you do?
When I picked her up out of her bed earlier when she took her nap, and I picked her up when she was awake, and she put a little finger out and pushed the power button on the sound machine.
Oh, yeah, she knows how to do it. Yeah.
She turned it off. You don't need it. All right. That's my plan.
Good idea.
Fruition. Is that it?
That sounds good. Sounds good to me.
Mom, is that it?
What?
The word fruition? Fruition?
I don't know.
Here in East Texas, we don't use big words.
We
like
don't
that.
use
We
them
don't.
very often.
Big words now.
We
If Bennett was here, we could get 3 versions of it.
Yeah.
couldn't get it at all out of Daniel.
No, no. If we get 3 versions out of Ben, none of them would be right, but we could get them.
But he'll say they sounded good.
They sounded good.
Okay.
Hop down, little
Tim's
kid.
gotta go home.
All right. I got
All right.
stuff to do outside before I come in and watch TV, so I'm gonna get out. That's really a neat plan. I'm serious. I'm very serious with you.
Yeah. I told Mom, I said I could easily build like in the driveway where y'all turn around right here, turn around and go back out here in the yard. I could do like a 12 by 12 and do the same thing, like a 12 by 12, but I would like people to come into that old building. So
Yeah.
what I'll have to do is where the camper is right here, so people don't see that, I would build almost privacy fence type thing down the side and go off towards Steph's fence like that. So as people are walking down the path, it just leads you. You don't see anything. You don't see the camper. You don't see the old well house. That could even come down, actually. I'm not using it for nothing. But that fence takes you that way. And when they're coming here and it opens up to the garage and they come in right here, they're looking. They can see the garden over here. You know, they come in and then they can see it out the window. They can see the cows out the back. They can see the chickens. And while they're in here, they see everything that they're getting in this building. They can see where it came from. They don't have to think, did she really do this? Or
I told you no now.
anyway.
Yeah.
I told you no
I even
now.
Googled stuff
She
about.
told her no, ma'am.
I even Googled stuff about the law, like in Texas, what our law is about selling stuff like this. And as long as it's done in your home, it's called the cottage law. And it just means, so like I can't use my egg cartons that people brought me from the store
Right.
because they say things have been done
Right,
to
right,
them. And
right.
so I have to order egg cartons and I'll have to order me a bunch of bottles for milk. I don't know about that cream. That one place sells their cream too. They sell out, that place I said they sold 60 gallons of milk in that one day, but they needed 80, so they were short
Yeah.
in milk. But they also sell cream in small little bottles. I don't know about selling cream.
Well,
I'm not going to get a lot of cream. Will Holstein give a lot of cream?
not as much as a Jersey or something would, but there'd be cream. But if we get cream, we make butter.
Yeah,
Homemade butter.
yeah. Anyway, I think if nothing else, we might get a lot of business from over there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. That's good. Good idea.
And then friends and family will always come.
The only thing I would suggest is when you start this business, you're going to have to kind of look more presentable than you do right now.
Damn.
Now, I'm thinking your hair just everywhere. They're going to come up and think you're some kind of wild woman from Borneo.
I'm going to have to lose about 100 pounds to look 10 pounds lighter than I am.
You ain't got to lose no weight. There's nothing wrong with thick people.
I was sitting here doing Mom's hair, and I literally had to sat there after I watched the video and chop stuff out. Because I'm thinking, they cannot see that. I had to do a
I'm
lot of
sorry.
editing.
I make a video, if they see my belly hanging out of my shirt, they have to see it.
I know, like Mom said in camera, she goes, well, at least I'm not wearing my nightgown because you got her the other day in her nightgown.
I don't cut nothing
Oh,
out.
my
Oh, Lord, what
gosh.
you got, little kid?
Where did she find
And she's
this?
smiling. She's smiling about it.
Left it in our bedroom last night.
Well, I hope it's tea because it looks like either pea or beer.
It ain't neither one. It's tea that
Is
had
it
ice in
watered
it.
down tea?
Junior,
It's-
are you filming?
Yeah, it's tea that had ice, and I'm fixing to cut off. All right, folks,
That's
we're
right,
gonna cut
Mom.
this off. Catch you guys later.